When the team got within 300 meters of the tree where the body was hanging, the canine set upon them, tearing...
What was your howling gonna do, bro? Calling your boys up to get killed too? Come on now.
Later, in the void.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Savvy, and welcome back to the Savvy Show. And in today's episode, we have another interesting SCP, which already made a cameo in a previous SCP I covered called the Black Shuck. If you guys remember it, it looks just like this SCP, but black. So this is SCP-1111. The White Dog. So in that animation, this one kind of seemed like the counterpart of the Black Shuck, basically like yin and yang. That's what I inferred from it. So it'll be interesting to find out a little bit more about the White Dog, and I'm intrigued to see if it has similar powers as the Black Shuck. So with that being said, if you guys are excited for this reaction, please remember to smash that like button, also smash that sub button, and hit that bell so you can stay plugged for each and every upload. The goal for this video is 100 likes, so let's get it done together. And also remember, right around the corner from 5K subs. Let's get it done, guys. Let's blow that shit out the water. Let's get it, man. We're so close. And when we hit that, we'll be halfway towards 10K, which is the goal for the year. So let's get it done, man. If you guys enjoy my reactions, you enjoy SCP content, this is the best place to be to get your fix of SCP heat. So with that all out the way, there's nothing left to be said. Let's get this show started. Alrighty, SCP-1111, the White Dog. Let's go.
Love dogs. They're friendly, energetic, and can be beneficial to their owner's happiness and mental health. On top of all those positive qualities, most dogs are fiercely loyal to their masters. You'll often hear stories of dogs defending their owners or even staying by their side through their very last days, and even sticking next to them beyond death. Yep. As sad as that thought might be to many dog owners, it provides us the perfect context for today's topic. It's about time you met SCP-1111, sometimes also known by the nickname the White Dog. This moniker actually refers to one of the two halves of SCP-1111, namely the former, SCP-1111-1, while its counterpart is simply known only as SCP-1111-2.
Oh, I remember they talked about this in the last animation. Kind of forgot about the old man hanging up.
As you may have already deduced, SCP-1111-1 is, or at least appears to be, a fairly common domesticated dog. Sporting white fur that gives it its nickname, the White Dog is a cross between two different popular breeds, the German Shepherd and the Labrador Retriever. However, upon closer inspection, this particular pup is a far cry from one you might see fetching sticks or chasing squirrels at the park. For one, this dog never eats or drinks. Under normal circumstances, that would be worrying behavior in any dog. But in SCP-1111-1's case, it comes second to the fact that this dog is partially see-through. Now that's definitely not normal.
He's translucent?
In actual fact, this pooch is pretty far from ordinary. It seems to...
He definitely is translucent. Wow, didn't see that coming.
...be at least semi-translucent, not quite as much as we usually picture a ghost or hologram, but also not fully visible like a living being.
Is he always like that though, or could he change his look to be translucent, you know?
In fact, how clearly visible the White Dog is can vary depending on how close it is to 1111-2. Any further than 500 meters away and the dog will gradually grow more and more transparent, but not fully invisible. But visibility isn't the only thing that shifts with 1111-1's distance from its other half. The size of the dog also changes. It remains standing at 150 centimeters when directly beneath 1111-2. And gradually gets smaller the further and further away from 1111-2 it gets.
So strange.
Finally, there's its eyes. SCP-1111-1 possesses a distinct pair of glowing red eyes, the brightness and intensity of which increase the closer it is to 1111-2.
Seen those eyes before.
So let's recap. So far, we have a strange white dog with glowing eyes that changes size and becomes more or less visible the further it gets from a secondary element. But if the white dog is SCP-1111-1, then what forms this second part of SCP-1111? Well, if you were to look close enough at the white dog, you'd notice the red collar that it wears around its neck. And hanging from that collar is a tag, on which is printed one single word.
Loyal?
Loyal. It's certainly a fitting word to describe 1111-1.
The hell?
Why? Because SCP-1111-2 is presumably the dog's master, or rather, its master's dead body.
But he's still
Dressed
alive.
in an old, worn business suit and formal dress shoes, SCP-1111-2 appears to be a deceased male of indeterminate age.
Deceased? He's still alive. He's still crying and shit, like moving around. Deceased? What do you mean? What are you guys talking about?
The precise identity of this man has proven next to impossible for Foundation researchers to determine. The condition of his suit and shoes have deteriorated so much that it has been difficult to even identify the original company that produced the clothing worn by the corpse.
Damn.
As for his cause of death, well, that unfortunately seems all too obvious, given that the 1111-2 body always appears the same way, hanging from a tree with a noose around his neck.
Oh, so he appears at certain trees. It's just not one tree that he's actually stationed at. Because that's what I thought. I thought it would be at that one tree and the dog changes shape or appearance by how far he is from it. But I guess the dude can manifest from any tree, supposedly, which is giving us the illusion that he's still alive. But at the end of the day, he's actually really dead. That's what I'm gathering so far.
Foundation staff observed the two parts that make up SCP-1111 have noted that 1111-2 will occasionally make quick, violent twitching movements. These random jerks and spasms of the corpse are consistent with those exhibited by a person who is dying from asphyxiation, and often researchers have heard the body making desperate gasps for air.
Yeah, so how's
the
it
closer his
deceased?
white furried canine counterpart is, the more frequent and violent these motions and sounds will become. It's almost as if SCP-1111-2 has somehow been trapped on the very brink of death, reliving those final moments over and over again, all while guarded by his loyal white dog. If left alone and not interfered with, the white dog will lie down just beneath where its master's body is hanging. The dog never sleeps, nor does it require any food or water, and does not even seem to breathe.
Bro, that actually makes sense. That's kind of crazy that they brought up death and we saw the dog, bark at him. That's probably why he's dead, but still technically alive, because death couldn't claim his soul because the dog is... I guess death is scared of that white dog and he's protecting his owner. So he is trapped in that endless cycle. And I'm sure death is just waiting to capture him, but the dog's never going to leave him. Yo, that actually makes sense. If that's the case, then that's actually kind of cool.
And as long as Foundation research staff keep their distance, both parts of SCP-1111 seem content to remain in a docile state. To keep them contained, the SCP Foundation has established a 2-kilometer safe zone around SCP-1111, keeping them monitored through cameras attached to weather balloons. The restricted enclosure is, according to a public cover story, a weather monitoring station, hence the balloons. No member of Foundation staff is permitted anywhere within a kilometer of SCP-1111, unless they are given express permission from a superior member of the Foundation. Should SCP-1111-1 ever stray away from the tree where its master hangs, though, then the area must be evacuated of all personnel until the dog returns to its normal position. However, Foundation staff are urged to be wary when approaching SCP-1111, because the white dog may well be more ferociously loyal than any pet. Emphasis on ferocious.
Oh god.
The moment that 1111-1 becomes aware of anything coming towards itself and its owner's body, the dog will become viciously hostile.
Yeah, has any powers with
Regardless
his
of the
eyes?
person or object coming towards it, the semi-corporeal canine will attempt to attack and destroy the intruder. In this state, the white dog exhibits even more dramatic physiological differences from a normal domesticated dog.
I would hope so.
Video footage recorded by the SCP Foundation shows that the dog is capable of reaching incredible speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour,
That's
which
impressive.
is, of course, considerably faster than an average canine. The white dog can also reach a height of 6 meters when jumping up into the air, and has teeth and a bite strength powerful enough to tear through armor plating composed of 15mm thick titanium.
Okay.
Given the entity's speed, aggression, and translucent qualities, any attempts by the SCP Foundation to neutralize the white dog or even capture it for closer examination have ended the same grisly way for the staff members who tried.
Keter.
The creature's fierce loyalty defending its owner's body also make it incredibly difficult for Foundation staff to even get close enough to SCP-1111-2 to properly study the remains. As we said before, that loyal tag around the dog's neck is certainly an accurate description. On a date which has been redacted from its file, an incident occurred involving SCP-1111 and a team that consisted of a number of Foundation agents. This team had been ordered to neutralize the white dog and transport the anomalous animal to a containment facility. Attempting to evade the creature's direct line of sight, the agents approached the hanging body of SCP-1111-2 from the north, the opposite direction to the way the dog was facing. Possessing a sense of hearing and smell far beyond that of a human being, the white dog was able to quickly detect the agents approaching its master. When the team got within 300 meters of the tree where the body was hanging, the canine set upon them, tearing...
What was your howling gonna do, bro? Calling your boys up to get killed too? Come on now.
At clothing and shredding protective armor with its teeth in order to get to the agent's soft flesh underneath.
Jesus.
One of these agents fled, running as fast as they could from the area.
Smart man.
But of course, this was a futile move, as the white dog quickly noticed and began to pursue the Foundation agent with its super-powered speed. As it chased them, the surveillance cameras recorded SCP-1111-1 decreasing in size, becoming harder to see with the naked eye the further it ran from the tree.
Does he get slower? Like, I wonder if his powers or his super dog-like abilities get nerfed the further he gets away from his master, you know? Because he's getting smaller. It would make sense if he's legit getting slower by just a fundamental standpoint, you know? But, who knows?
The dog's speed began to decline too.
Oh, there we go.
The further the dog got from the tree with the noose, the less the body hanging from it seemed to be spasming too. When the white dog had reached 900 meters from SCP-1111-2, the corpse was seen to stop moving entirely, frozen and stiff as one would normally expect a deceased body to be. Realizing how far away it was from its master, SCP-1111-1 froze. Appearing unsure for a moment, it turned to look towards the body of its master, perhaps sensing that the random jerks and post-mortem movements had stopped. At this point, the dog howled and sprinted back towards the tree, causing the corpse of its owner to begin twitching yet again.
Wow.
Footage of this incident showed that the white dog was impervious to conventional weapons, and any rounds fired at the canine by Foundation agents merely passed through its ghostly body.
What? He's intangible too? Bro, this guy's broken.
However, its claws and teeth were very much solid.
Yo.
It was able to slaughter almost all the agents, save for the one who fled, who ended up being the sole survivor of the encounter.
Well, that's
this
actually
disastrous
crazy.
Mission, the O5 Council issued an order that, in order to protect the lives of Foundation personnel, only remote-controlled drones and expendable D-Class personnel would be permitted anywhere near SCP-1111.
There's no way you guys could do anything to this dog. What the hell? The intangibility just sold it for me. This guy's top tier indeed, bro. Like, no cap.
Shortly after the previous incident, a group of D-Class were sent into the area around the tree where SCP-1111-2 was hanging, this time approaching from multiple directions at once. But this only led to the same results, as the white dog began to quickly move between each of the D-classes, killing them one after another.
Yo.
Only one, D-83011, was able to make it close enough to the corpse to make any noteworthy observations. As they approached, the hanging corpse of SCP-1111-2 seemed to slow its jerks and twitches, and the body did something that had never been seen before. It opened its eyes. It raised its arms towards the approaching D-Class in what looked like a welcoming hug, only for D-83011 to be torn to shreds by the white dog moments
What the heck?
Cameras nearby picked up more previously unseen movement, namely the owner's mouth moving almost as if he was saying the words, "No, down boy." But soon after, the corpse fell limp again and resumed its normal twitches.
Bro, this is
Following
crazy.
this, the Foundation have theorized that the white dog could possibly be contained by somehow removing its master's body from the area.
How would you do that, though? The dog won't let you do that.
Some staff have also noted that SCP-1111 shares certain traits with SCP-023, a similar anomalous creature also referred to as the Black Shuck. Much like the white dog, the Shuck also possesses a ghostly canine form, and appears to be the same large dog-like creature that is referenced in ancient folklore from throughout the British Isles. According to legend, the Shuck appears to travelers at crossroads, serving as an omen of bad luck, impending disaster, and is even thought to be one of the hounds of hell itself.
Legit looks like a wolf.
SCP-023, like SCP-1111, also has anomalous abilities that focus on geographic space. In the Black Shuck's case, anyone it detects approaching it will die or lose a member of their family within a year. Researchers working for the Foundation believe that SCP-023 and SCP-1111-1 could be related, or even instances of the same phenomenon. A sort of dog yin and yang. But since they have been unable to capture the white dog, it has been impossible to verify this. The SCP Foundation will no doubt keep trying though. While testing may have been suspended for the time being, They always know where to find SCP-1111-1.
It's really
beneath
cool.
its master's hanging body, guarding it for all eternity. Now go check
Bro,
out...
this was really cool. This SCP was a lot more interesting than I thought it would be, compared to just knowing that it's somewhat related to the Black Shuck. But I really would want to know more about. I'm just gonna read the file though to find out like the connection to his master, to see the reason why he's still kind of technically alive, and is it because Death can't claim his body because the white dog won't allow it? And also, if you guys made it all the way to the end to this point, let me know in the comment section below, who do you have to win in a fight, the Black Shuck or the white dog? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. And with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed this reaction. If you guys did, please remember to smash that like button, hit that bell, and hit that sub button. Man, we're so close. 5K. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. So with that all out of the way, unfortunately, that concludes today's episode. However, I'll catch you guys on the next one.